Appeals, and we're here for our August 5th recommendation meeting. I'll indicate that there is a quorum that is physically present this evening. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of two cases, the Stultz case, which is Z21-031, and the Garden Avenue Tattoo case, which is Z21-048. Those transcripts have been distributed. I'm not sure what the long-term plan is, but for the moment, we're asking for consideration of a motion to accept the transcripts from the court reporter as the minutes and then approve those minutes. So I need such a motion.
I so move. I've read them and they seem to be on point.
Okay, motion by Mr. Ketter is a second.
Seconded.
Seconded by Mr. Hakeem. Is there any discussion on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. And that takes us to the second item on the agenda, which is the Garden Avenue Tattoo Parlor case, Z21-048. It's a Bloomingdale Township case. So I won't offer a motion, but I ask someone to offer.
Motion. There is a second. I can. I'll second.
Okay, motion to approve by member Hakeem and seconded by Mr. Schultz. Now, do you want to make some remarks?
Thank you. Well, in the first place, this seems to be a fairly simple situation where the petitioner is moving his existing business from another location to the one that is being discussed. And the petitioner has taken a lot of measures to ensure that all the statutory rules and regulations of OSHA, the CDC, State of Illinois, DuPage County Health Department are being meticulously followed. There's going to be strict following of sanitation requirements, single use of needles and ink. The bloodborne pathogen certification is a certification that the owner and the artists have, and all the disposal of the waste is per regulations. The hours are limited 11 to 7 p.m., 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And if there is any extension beyond those hours, it's just to complete work in progress. There are no new clients being taken. So there's going to be a very limited clientele and traffic going through the place. I see no problems in approving this petition.
I don't think I agree with that.
I have a couple of points. First of all, we're guided, of course, by Supreme Court rules, Illinois Supreme Court rules on this. I think it's pretty clear that there's nothing unique about this particular property within the district which distinguishes it from others that would permit us to deny this or find something unusual that causes this site not to be suited. Also, I agree that petitioner's attorney did a pretty good job of, resolving the usual questions. I will say that we are putting no significant restrictions on this property other than our usual time limit, or imposing a time limit for conditional uses. My sense is that all of this should be sort of reviewed a bit, and that time limit be somewhere 3 to 5 years. I kind of prefer the lower end of that. And then if things work out at the property over the course of the next, say, 3 years, Then they would have to come back, repeat this process, which is not what didn't seem that onerous because the petitioner, made a crisp presentation. And then I would then support, if things go well at the property, I would support then a repeat for the conditional use with perhaps a 10-year time limit at that time. I don't want to prejudge this. I want to be careful about it, which is why I proposed the 3-year limit to see if it works at this site. But if others feel differently, 10 years has been suggested. So if we modify the 10-year condition, we'd have to revise the motion. So could we have some thoughts from others about how many years we limit this to?
I actually thought we were now doing that 3 to 5 years as somewhat of a rule of, the rule we follow. And the second one is, isn't this individual the one who had the tattoo shop further east? So he has an established track record, which gave me no concerns. So I'd be in that 3 to 5 year range. And I think that's what we've done pretty consistently lately.
Okay.
I would agree with Member Ketter on that issue, and I would be willing to change the motion to 5 years. I don't know what the rest of the board feels.
Any comments, Mr. Murphy? Mr. Murphy indicates 5.
I think 5 years.
So, okay, well, there's a consensus around 5. You guys are a little more trusting than I am. I thought we ought to keep a closer look at it, but I get 5 makes good sense. So with that, Mr. Hakeem has indicated that he would agree to a modification of his motion to change 10 years to 5 years. Mr. Schultz also agrees. Is there any further discussion? I think we have a roll call vote on the motion to approve subject to these various conditions.
Member Hakeem.
Aye.
Member Schultz.
Aye.
Member Ketter.
Aye.
Member Anderson.
Aye.
Member Murphy.
Aye.
Chairman Carthel.
Aye. The motion passes by a vote of 6 in favor and none opposed. That takes us, we have no old business, no new business, and I'll call on Mr. Voss to read the public comment that's been submitted.
Mr. Chairman, for the public comment section, we only have one public comment. It's in writing, submitted to our portal. It was dated August 5th, 2021. It's to the Zoning Board of Appeals from Edgar Paul. It is regarding the approval of meeting minutes. His comment is, I'm glad to see the board has committed to approving the minutes of its previous meetings. This board in compliance with the Open Meetings Act and the Attorney General's recent opinion on the relevant obligations placed upon public bodies. I thank the board for modifying its meeting procedure in this way, and I thank all of you for your service to DuPage County. End comment. And no more comments.
Okay, well, this isn't a public comment, but I think we're indebted a bit to this individual for bringing that to our attention, and I think I'm back. I presume we all do as well. If there's nothing else, we'll adjourn the meeting, and when's our next meeting?
19th.
August 19th?
August 19th.
Very good. See you all then.
All right.